very quickly, I have not finished the book yet. I'm very, very close with the James Baldwin one, but not done yet. I figured, haul time, let's go. I went to the library yesterday, so none of these books are counted for. If I read one book, I can buy another one. I had to put 4 books off my to-buy list, so I'm currently at -1 that I can buy. Maybe I have to declutter one at the end of the month, I don't know. And then one book was actually counted for. So I want to show you that one because I'm super excited about that. This is the new Dan Brown book, The Secret of Secrets. Brand new. This is my new release for September. I have every single Dan Brown book ever. I love me good Dan Brown. We're going to Prague this time. I have no idea what this is about. I just saw, I went to Goodreads and went to the new releases, and I saw Dan Brown, Robert Langdon, another one. What's going on? I bought it. So here I am. It's over 600 pages though. 671 pages, and I'm super stoked to read this. Is that weird? I'm still in the middle of House of the Beast, by the way, which is my August release. And I'm more excited to read this. This is brand new. Let's see what it looks like without the dust check. Oh, just plain black. But I might start this one. Because I'm really stoked about this. It's been a while since I've read. I think Inferno was the last one I read. I don't remember when that came out, but yes, I will also film a vlog for that. And like I said, I'm at -1 for the book, so maybe I put a smaller one in between, or a manga or a comic. Just A, to get my numbers up, and B, to have a palate cleanser. But you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to read this one next. We're going to Prague. I've never been to Prague. It's not that far from here. I mean, obviously I have to take a plane because a car would be too long. So apparently it plays all here in this area, near the Four Seasons Hotel and the Kafka statue and the Clementinum. I've never been there, so I got that one. That was kind of for new release. Then the ones that were not kind of for because I got them all in the library. What am I doing with myself? I don't know. So this one is actually on my wish list, or was on my wish list. Ninth House by Lee Bardugo. The thing is, I'm always in the library with my phone just to see, on Goodreads whether I have it as a want to read, or whether it's something completely new that I haven't read before, or that was not even on my radar. This was on my radar, this was on my want to read, so, if I already have it in my hand, why not take it with me? So, this I have to read, obviously, as well as a library book. Then I got Ian M. Banks' Consider Sleepers. This is a science fiction one. A pretty long series, if I saw that correctly. I think 5 or 6 books. I will give it a go. This is the first one in the series. If I don't like it, I will not continue with it. If I do like it, my library has all the books, so good for me. Then I got, of course, another Agatha Christie mystery, Poirot mystery novel. Elephants Can Remember. This is, how Sad Cypress was here. I don't know how we're in the middle of it. Elephants Can Remember is the third last one. They do not have this in order. They even have like Poirot, and then they have Miss Marple, then they have Poirot again. Someone needs to clean that up because it drove me mad. Even I was cleaning up. Right? You had I don't remember who the author was, but you had 2 books by the same author, then you had another author in between, then you had another book by the first author, and I was like, no, this is not. So I took that one out, and then last but not least, I got this one because it just looks amazing. This doesn't look cool. This is by Clive Barker, The Thief of Always. I was seeing this. This is not freaking cool. This was in the fantasy and sci-fi shelf, so I feel like it's I feel like it's right for the season. Oh, look at this Christmas tree. I feel like this is right for the season. Like some spookiness. What a new weird gargoyle is this? What the hell? Fun fact, I actually saw this book so many times and I looked at it and I was like, maybe not today. And then I read it. Well, I read the synopsis on Goodreads and it says something with time frame in the fall, or something like that. And I was like, you know what? It is almost fall when I get it. So there's my haul. It's quite a lot, isn't it? I know there's an audiobook for this on YouTube, so that will be easy. Miss Marple. Poirot is rather easy to read, so 2 of these will be done. Maybe there's an audiobook for this as well, so I can simultaneously read and listen to it. Because sometimes I like to read, sometimes I like to listen. I'm so sorry. Like, you would not think that this is 671 pages, right? And it's like it's a weird paper. It's giving Bible paper. I've touched a Bible maybe like 3 times in my life, but I remember what the paper was like. I already took a sneak peek, and it even says here, all artwork, artifacts, symbols, and documents in this novel are real. All experiments, technologies, and scientific results are true to life. All organizations in this novel exist. I'm curious. I'm really curious. Oh my god, US Marines. Oh, this might be good. So, yes, I will finish the Baldwin one, then I will report back on it, what I think of it, and then I'm so excited. But maybe I put the Miss Marple one in between, because you know it is a elaborate book and it's really thin. We will see. So anyways, I just want to show you the books because now we can put them away. And yeah, I'll see you in the next update, like the next clip. So bye. I'm going to be honest with you. I have a very terrible day today. I'm in a very bad mood because everyone is pissing me off. Everyone. People don't know your family dynamic, and then they still think they have an input to it, right? Saying, oh, but you shouldn't see it in such a way, and you know, like they don't mean it like that. They mean it like that. You know your family. You know what they say and what they mean, and how they mean it. You know. Anyways, update. I have 3 books here to talk about. 2 I finished, and then 1 I'm concluding, which will be my next reading vlog. I'm just going to show you this one. The next reading vlog, this will be the September release and the red cover, as you can see. Dan Brown, The Secret of Secrets. I'm so excited. Oh my god. I saw this last night at like 11 p.m. and I'm already at 28 pages. Although, thing is, in here, Robert Langdon, he has a girlfriend, right? Catherine. And it's very Catherine-centric right now, right? So, I feel like he's a bit head over heels and, you know, hot eyes and all. I feel like she's going to betray him in a way. I don't know. It's just too good to be true, right? But this is where I'm at. I will film a separate reading vlog for that. Super stoked. This one. I finally finished Night House. This kind of for 2019 and the award winner because this apparently won Best Fantasy. Girl, have we read the same book? Are you sure this is Best Fantasy? I have to stop with these sticky notes, especially on library books because I cannot remove the residue. Night House. The most interesting character in here is Daniel Darlington, and he's in the book for like 10%. That's it. Everything else is just too boring for me, and everything is dragged out, and people, you know, some people wrote reviews saying, oh, it gets good after 200 pages. Do I really have to sit through 200 pages for the book to get good? Are you insane? Too descriptive and too forced on the dark academia vibes, and I feel like the story made such little progress because we got hung up on little details like what the walls look like, what the buildings look like, what the trees look like, what the street is called, and why the street is called the way the street is called. You know what I mean? God, I give this 1 star. And you know, again, Liber Dugo, not for me. I liked, not Six of Crows. What's the other one that's called? Shadow. What the hell is it called? I give that 3 stars. I think. Six of Crows I didn't like. I like the Netflix show much more. This I didn't like, so Liber Dugo is unfortunately not for me anymore. I just did not like this book. And the main character, like, I'd rather be slapped in the face and spend 1 more page with the main character. I just cannot stand her. Good God, no. Then, what I did like, however, is The Fight Next Time by James Baldwin. Very thin book, but very, very important. This counts for finalist. I don't know if this won something or not. I'm not only sure. I put down for finalists. And Heritage Black History Month. Yes, this is very important. Like, unfortunately, this book was, well, there's 2 essays basically, but they were written in the 60s and unfortunately still very much relevant today. People have nothing learned within the last thousands of years. Nothing. It's still everything going the same. And at a certain point, you just have to laugh at it because, of course, nothing changed. Of course not. I mean, you know, the biggest country in the world, the United States, look what's going on there. Just, you would think that, oh, we made some progress and we're finally going into the right direction, then you have stuff like that happen. Anyways, very, very important book. Read this. It is very short, but the information you get and how you actually kind of get thrown into it and you live through it, you live the story through the life of a young black man. So, highly recommend. This was good. Night House was not good. This so far is good, but if it's really Catherine-centric for the rest of the book, man, I'm just not. I just cannot. This is where we're at. 2 books done, and another one started. I still have not touched House of the Beast, which is my August pick. Luckily, we have 60 days to read it. You know, the new release, but oh my god, I just thinking about that, I just don't want to read it. And my voice is leaving me right now, so maybe I should stop the video. I will film the intro for this, and then I'm going to continue to read because I'm so stoked. So excited. Oh, and it smells really good too. So far, I like it. Hello, I want to give you a very quick update for my HRCYED challenge. You know, I always collect the books that I read, or that I buy, or that I find in a public bookshelf, or that I get from library, whatever. Then I come talk to you whenever I have a nice pile. It's only 3 books right now, but they don't look like it. But this one is chunky. This is over 600 pages. So yes, I have. is my notes. I have finished The Secret of Secrets by The Secret of Secrets by Dan Brown, and I have filmed a vlog for that, and it's just me rambling on for what feels like an hour. But it's really hard to explain to someone what the book is about without giving too much away, and also it's very scientific when it comes to neuroscience, and I'm not a pro at that. Yes, I read the book and I understood what it was about, but it was just, reading something and understanding it and then telling someone else what the book's about and then making sure that they understand. It's a bit rough. So I finished this book. I give this 4.5 stars, and I can finally take my post-it out here. This was for new release September, and obviously for the red cover. I could have gotten the gold one as well, but that is already taken. So 2 more prompts done. Unfortunately, those are the only prompts that I finished. Yeah, because these 2 books did not count for anything. They counted for my library challenge, if you want to make that a challenge, because they're both library books. But that's it. I didn't find anything where I could put this in. We have the Agatha Christie Elephants Can Remember book. I want to do a vlog for that, but I started it, and then I was already halfway done with the book, and I felt like, well, I'm already too far into the story to start the vlog now. However, the book club that I'm in will read another Agatha Christie next month, and then there were none. I think that is a Miss Marple one though, so we will see how that will go. So far I like Poirot, right? Miss Marple I've always had trouble with, so hopefully it goes well. And I give this 3 stars. It was not the best book. This basically follows 2 people. So we have Mrs. Oh my god, what's her name? Mr. Oliver and Poirot, who go on the adventure of solving a crime. Now, her goddaughter, Celia, her parents were shot dead, right? And people didn't know whether the mom shot the father and then shot herself, or whether the father shot the mother and then shot himself. Elephants Can Remember, that is something that Mrs. Oliver always said, because she phones people that she knew from back in the days, or neighbors, or housemates, or whatever, because elephants can remember. They have a very big memory, and she's kind of comparing the elephants to the people, because hey, if you ask someone, hey, do you remember that? They might say no. But when you go into detail, hey, do you remember at that specific time how this happened? They might remember. So yeah, the whole story just follows Poirot and Miss Oliver talking to people and getting to know the story, and then talk to more people, and those people talk to someone, and just a lot of talking. And I feel like the plot just does not make any sense. Towards the end, where it was all revealed, yes, that was good. That's what made it 3 stars. But overall, it's just not that interesting for me personally. However, I decided I want to get all the Agatha Christie books. I'm gonna start with the Poirot ones, alright? And then the Miss Marple maybe. Yeah, because my mom has she does have a big collection, but I think it's like 10 books already. This one was not there, unfortunately, but the other one was the Sad Cypress. We have that one already in the family collection. So why not continue the collection? Then, yeah, just whenever there's some free space on her bookshelf, I might put one of these books in to have the full. We will see. But yeah, I finished this, and it did not count for anything, because yes, I could have done the exotic animals, elephants, but they're not really in here, you know what I mean? They're just on the cover and in the title, but they're not in the book. Then, that's like I said, library books, so checked off. I think I got 4 books on library, and this is the second one that I finished. This is the third one that I finished. So nice. So, The Thief of Always by Clive Barker. Now, this was in the adult section in my library, but it read more like young adult, or even middle grade. Yes, some of the illustrations that are made for the author himself are a little creepy, I'll give you that. But it felt more like a middle grade story. They are absolutely amazing. Even the cover art is just mind-blowing, beautiful, love it. And I think I said in the clip where I got these books that I've looked at this book so many times and never checked it out. Although I was very intrigued by everything, right? I just never checked it out. Now I have. Alright, I'm back. I have the little portable heater that I have on because it's freezing. Oh my god. It is so cold. I think it's like 9 degrees outside, but it feels like 5. We're at the end of September, right? It's not supposed to be this cold yet. Oh my goodness. I was going for like an hour and have like a whole other stack of books. So, this one here. Thief of Always, this is about Harvey, who has a very boring day ahead, right? It's the beginning of fall and school is back on, and he's just bored, and he hates the rain and the weather and everything sucks because summer holiday's over. Then he gets a surprise visit by Rictus, and he says, hey, Would you like to spend some time away and go to a magical place where you have absolutely no worries, where you have absolutely no worries at all, and we can just be a kid and do whatever you please? Of course, Hamid says yes. He goes to a very weird place, the beautiful house owned by Mr. Hood. He soon realizes that things work different there, right? So in the morning you have spring, then throughout midday and lunch you have summer, then fall is coming and winter as well. You have the whole seasons in one day. He makes some friends there. We have Wendell and Lulu and even Mrs. Griffin, who is the housekeeper and the cook and all. And he has a good time there, and he spends so much time there that he's not actually realizing how much time he spent there. Roughly a month, until things kind of take a turn for the worst, and he says, you know what, I miss my home, I'm scared of this place. If you look at the illustrations, you know, it's not a happy-go-lucky family thing, right? Like it's you know, and then, you know, to get back to you can tell that the house and the creatures there do not want him to go back, but he somehow makes it back, and then turns out that his parents are still alive, but they are very old right now, and for every day that he spent at that house, 1 year has passed in reality, so he's coming back after 31 years. I can imagine what his parents react like, because, I mean, how would you react if 30 years passed and you got older, you've changed and all, and then your child comes back, still the same 10-year-old that he was, and he's not changed at all. So, in order to gain back the time, you know, and the old ways, he goes back, and then he has to defeat the house, the creatures living there, and then hopefully turn back the time and then go back to his actual year where he came from. I liked it. I don't know what I would rate it yet, because it was not, like I said, this was in the adult section, and it's given more young adult or even middle grade. There are some scary parts in short, but I don't know what to rate it yet. Maybe 3.5? 3.5 maybe? That sounds reasonable. Look at this. It's not as scary as I thought it would be, especially not, you know, when you see the illustration of the cover, but it was still nice. And then, in the meantime, while I was gone downstairs, I finished this. The Luxus Session book 601. I think I said in the last clip or so, I'm not really sure. It's been a while since I filmed. I've been collecting these books, and the Dan Brown one, that took me almost a week to finish, so it's been a while. I said that I get these every single month. I haven't got the one for September yet, but I will soon. And I do not want to have a huge backlog of this, right? I want to read it, maybe not the same day, but within the month of release. So, I read it. This came out last month. Yeah, what can I say? Donald Duck and Mickey and Goofy and all. Both of these did not count for anything. Then, however, I finally picked the next to read. That will be Everless, Time of Truth, which, if you remember correctly, is the second book to this one. Is a duology, right? I read this a month ago, roughly, and now it's time to read this one. It's shorter. I think it's shorter, right? I mean, they both look the same, but I think this is a bit shorter than the first one. It's a duology, which means that my duology prom will be done. I still have to do the trilogy and the series. Okay, I'm gonna celebrate the little things here. Okay, I will be finished with duology. Yeah, that won't count for duology, and then I don't know what else. Usually I like to get 2 prompts done, but this one I think is just one duology, which I think is huge already, because that is, for me, very rare to find duology. You know what I mean? Like, standalones, sure, there are quite a lot. Trilogies, also. And the series, I mean, just look at the Throne of Glass series, that has like, what, 7 books? Harry Potter has 7 books. Even like the Touch of Darkness series. If you remember correctly, this is the awesome plot where people pay the kingdom by their blood, and the iron in the blood. So, by the way, I did blood work yesterday. You can see a little there. My iron went up. Oh my god, I can't believe this. It's the first time my iron levels went up. They're supposed to be, you know, TMI. They was supposed to be between 10 and 205, and mine were at 6, and now they're 12. Maybe I would actually fit nicely into this world and then be able to play with my iron. It will not be a lot. I would barely survive, but I could finally, you know, enter this world. I mean, I remember the first one actually flew by rather quickly, so maybe I will report back in 2 days or so, or 3 days, and then the duology ticked off. I won't be home tomorrow though, and I will go somewhere where there's a huge bookstore. 3 or 4 stories, floors, just full of books. I hope they do not have a sales section, you know, 5 books for €4 or something, because maybe I have to break my my buying, well, it's not really a buying ban, but what, 1 read book equals 1 bought book. Maybe I have to break that a little, or bend it a little. I will put back, I think that will be the last update I'll do for this video, and we will end with a bang, because I have 1 prompt done. Not the whole staircase one, but it's 1 prompt done, which is nice. And then maybe I'll find something else. Maybe I could put this into Wahrheit, right? We'll see. So I'm gonna get with it now. Very quickly, I have finished this book right now. Here it is. 2 stars. I just don't know. Like, everything that happened in this book, in these almost 350 pages, you could have you could have put that into the first book and then just make a thicker book out of that. Yes, some things were happening, obviously, 300 pages worth, right? But not enough to fill this whole book up, because some parts were just so boring, and it was, how should I say, like, I like when the second book or the third book in the series, whatever, when they kind of retell what happened in the first one, right? Especially if it has been a substantial amount of time between reads, right? However, this just explains so much of what happened in the first book that you kind of don't have to read the first one. Whole time, Jules is trying to bring down her arch enemy, because she's the alchemist, and Ina is the what do you call it? The magician and all. They've been fighting for hundreds of years, and the whole time she's trying to bring her down. And you were like, oh my god, this whole build-up is amazing, and how is it going to end, and will they fight, and how will they fight, and all. And then within 1 chapter that's like 10 pages, it's done. Yeah, I'm happy I read it, because this is my duology done, checked off. So good, 1 and 2. You could have easily put that into 1 book and just have 1 big one. However, I do appreciate that, you know, the covers are beautiful. They're even more beautiful in English. Last thing before I end this vlog, let me show you. I told you that I was going shopping, right? And they have a huge book, so there are 3 stories, right? Full of books. And we went to Trier, which is in Germany, and they have the Botanica, which looks like this. The beginning of the build was in 170. The year 170, okay, like it's been there for ages. And right next to it is a museum, and they currently have an exhibition on Marcus Aurelius, Marc Aurel, whatever, however you call him. Of course, I could not say no to a book. I love anything with Roman history. I don't even care who it is, like Nero, Caesar, Marcus Aurelius, like even like I don't care. I love Roman history. So when I saw the book, and I figured, you know what, they have the exhibition all over the city. You have posters and all, you know, like come visit the exhibition, whatever. I had to. I did not know the price of this, because if you look, there is no price. It was just laying like this in the store. €26. It's not even big, right? If you look, hold on. This is Iron Flame, German version. You see this? €28. Do you see what I mean? What happened to book prices, man? Holy shit. Anyways, long story short, I got this one because, like I said, I figured I'm here while they have the exhibition. So why not? I'll probably put a post-it in here as well to remind me why I bought this. Yeah. Luckily, it's not, first of all, it's not that big, and it's also written like this. So it should be a fast read, hopefully. Although I feel like it will be very philosophical and it will mess with my brain. And then, like I said, I love anything with Roman history. So also, this was also not planned. None of these books were planned, by the way. I just walked in and my boyfriend bought a couple of books. And I was like, you know what? I might as well take a look around. As one does. So I bought this one here. Michael Sommer, Dark Rome. Das geheime Leben der Römer, so the secret lives of Romans. And I hope it's really, really dark. You know what I mean? Like, not like, oh, you know, the Cloaca Maxima was overfilled and people were literally living in shit. No, I wanted dark stuff. I got this. And I got this. I think this came down to €46. Yeah, this is 16 and this was 26. Anyways, 2 new books. I'm still okay. I can buy 4 new ones because I finished Everlist, so I'm good. I'm good. Well, not on my wishlist on Goodreads or on Amazon or whatever. Just totally on-time books. Pick a new book because I finished one, and then I will start the new vlog. And that's it. And I have to charge the camera. I don't know, like every time I turn this on, the battery is just flashing. Maybe I don't charge it long enough. Enjoy this vlog. Oh, by the way, 1 prompt done, which is the duology. I see you in the next vlog.